Today we will discuss environmental terminologies. It's relating to the environment in which people, animal, plant live. So environment surroundings in which an organization operates, or including air, water, land, natural resources, flora, fauna, humans, and human and their interrelationships and surroundings can extend from within the organization or to local or regional or global system also. So surrounding can be described in terms of biodiversity, ecosystem, climate, or other characteristics also. So here are the list of key terminologies, environmental impact, sustainability, environmental management system, pollution, carbon footprints, resource efficiency, biodiversity, uh, renewable resources, and climate change, and greenhouse gas, GST, waste management, environment audit, eco-friendly, circular economy, conservation, prevention, environmental sustainability, hazardous waste, eco-labeling, environmental risk assessment, environmental footprints, greenwashing, ecosystem service SDG sustainability, and ecosystem services, energy efficiency, and environmental policy, ecological footprints, and environmental compliance. So these are the this is a list of key terminologies which are used in the environmental management system or for the environment. So we will explain today these key terminologies. Environmental impact is the effect of human activity on natural environment, including air, water, soil, biodiversity. This can include pollution, habitat destruction, and resource depletion also. The second point is the sustainability. Sustainability is the practice of maintaining or improving quality of environment while meeting the needs and expectation of present and future generations. It involves balancing environment, social, and economic factors. And the next point is the environmental management system. The definition of this is that it's a framework that help organization manage help organization manage manage their environmental responsibilities in systematic and consistent way, and the goal is to improve environmental performance, reduce negative impacts, and comply with the regulations, example ISO 14000. The next point is pollution. Pollution is the introduction of harm substances or contaminants into environment that can cause adverse effect, and this includes air pollution, water pollution, soil contamination, and noise pollution. Next is the carbon footprint. Carbon footprint is the total amount of greenhouse gases emitted into the atmosphere as a result of human activity, usually measured in terms of CO2 equivalent. Resource efficiency, use of resource efficiency, such as energy, water, raw material in a way that minimize the waste and maximize the value, often through recycling, reuse, and reducing consumption. Biodiversity is the variety and variability of life forms, including ecosystem, species, and genes that make up natural world. So protecting biodiversity is critical for ecosystem health system. Renewable resources, natural resources that can replenish naturally over time. such as the solar energy, wind, biomass. They contrast with the non-renewable resources like fossil fuels. Climate change, the long-term change in Earth's climate, particularly an increase in global temperature due to human activities, and notably the emission or greenhouse gases from the burning of fuels. GSG, greenhouse gases that trap heat in atmosphere contribute to global warming or climate change. So examples include carbon dioxide CO2 and methane CH4 and nitrous oxide N2O. Waste management, the process of collecting, disposing of, or recycling or reusing waste material to the environmental impact, and it include waste prevention, treatment, and disposal. Environmental audit and the systematic evaluation of organizations' environmental performance and policies and practices and compliance with the environmental laws and regulations. Eco-friendly point is the eco-friendly practices, products or services that do not harm environment or contribute to pollution or may promote sustainability, and such as a degradable packing or energy efficient equipments. Circular economy. Circular economy is an economic model that focus on minimizing waste and making most of available resources by reusing, repairing, refurbishing, and recycling products rather than discarding them. Conservation part, when we talk about conservation, the conservation and preservation of natural resources, including ecosystems, species, and biodiversity, to ensure their sustainability for future generations. In pollution prevention, practices that aim to reduce or eliminate creation of pollutants at sources rather than managing waste after it has been produced. This may involve changing production processes, using cleaner technologies, or substituting hazardous material. Environmental sustainability is the capacity to maintain health and productivity of environment over long term, or which require balancing environment, social and economic considerations. In hazardous waste, when we talk about hazardous waste material that possesses the potential threat to public health or environment due to its chemical, physical, or biological properties, it may be flammable, corrosive, toxic, or reactive. In eco-labeling, in the certification or in eco-labeling, certification or label that indicate product or service has met certain environment standards, demonstrating it's a lower impact on environment compared to conventional alternatives. Environmental risk assessment is a process of evaluating potential environmental impacts of project, operation, activity, identify risk, and implementing control measures to minimize negative outcomes. Environmental footprints, the total impact that the total impact that human activity have on environment, including factors such as a resource use, waste generation, emission, or a life cycle of products or services. Environmental greenwashing. The practice of misleading consumers about environmental benefits of products or services, giving the false impression that is more environmentally friendly than it actually is. So this is called greenwashing. Ecosystem services, the benefits that human derive from ecosystems, such as a clean water, air pollution, and pollination, air, water, clean water, air, and pollination of crops, and climate regulations. These are the points which are comes under ecosystem services. The next point is the SDG goal, Sustainable Development Goals, a set of 17 global goals adopted by United Nations to address environmental, social, and economic challenges with the aim of ensuring prosperity for all while protecting the planet. Energy efficiency, the practice of using less energy to perform same task or achieve the same results, often through better technologies, improved processes, and or optimizing operations. Environmental policy is a formal declaration of an organization's commitment to minimizing its environmental impact, achieving sustainability, and ensuring compliance with the relevant environmental regulations. And ecological footprints, the measure of amount of natural resources of resources an individual, community, and organization consumer consumes in corporation in comparison to Earth's ability to regenerate those resources. Environmental compliance, adherence to environmental laws, regulations, and policies established by local, national, international authorities to protect envir- to protect environments. So that's it. These are the key terms and key terminologies for the environmental management system. We have many others also, but these are the basic common key terminologies. Yes.